we have jobless claims right here. And the key on this, folks, is that you could see that today jobless claims came in at 228,000, and that was actually down 4,000 from last week, so week over week. And so interestingly enough, and we're going to get to the inflation numbers in a second, they're right down here, but the jobless claims, again, this is people filing for unemployment. They actually came down. Now remember, we saw the JOLTS numbers earlier this week that the market really loved because the JOLTS numbers was people or job openings. And job openings declined dramatically. But we're not seeing the labor market weaken per jobless claims just yet. So I think that's interesting to take note of. All right, so next up, let's take the next point here. And I want to go into the next factor. And the next factor was the core PCE data. Now, the core PCE data came in at 0.2% month over month, but this is the kicker, all right, right here. What was the estimate? The estimate was 0.2%. And so even though we're generally seeing inflation being tougher to bring down, the market already knew that going into the data. So again, because this is equal to this, the markets aren't freaking out about it. Essentially, it came in at expectations. Going to the 12-month PCE, which is year over year, 4.2%. Experts had expected 4.2%. So right on alignment there. Lastly, we have personal income. Personal income did decline a little, which is a small positive. Now, listen, that's not fair. Personal income, in general, you and me, we want people to make more money. The Federal Reserve does not. The reason they don't want people to make more money is because it causes inflation to go up. All right, so they like the fact that it came in at 0.2% versus estimates of 0.3. It's a very minor thing, but that is a small positive. The other side of the coin is a small negative. So this was a small positive. This one, personal spending, is a small negative because personal spending dropped. And that tells you that the consumer and expectations were 0.7%, and it came in at 0.6%. And that tells you that consumers are pulling back just a hair on their spending habits. So overall, this one's a negative, this is a positive here, and then these came in basically in alignment. These were equal. And so again, what we saw with the stock market when we're looking at the S&P futures, the S&P futures essentially are not moving much. They were up going into this number. They're still up going into this number. We'll see where we are later today.